It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on the Lions' veteran linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Lions and the Panthers, and it's all up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Taking it about the 1. Down the numbers. There he goes. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Here's yet another kickoff. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jennings. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that when they knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground.
And back to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 19 carries, 80 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jennings. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 73 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
On 2nd down, Swift. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, Jennings. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jennings. He's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run again with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. From the gun on 3rd down, Hood. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun. Hood. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to put this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jennings.
He's got this complete to Williams. He's going to have the first down and then some. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 3rd down, Hood. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 1st and 10, Jennings.
Right side to Williams.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
He did it again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw again. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Hood over the middle. He's got Shenault. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Hood. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing on 1st down. Hood. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. But Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw on second down, Jennings. This is caught by Williams. On the move past the 40. There he goes again. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers about ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I don't care if you're taking it around 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taking it around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. From the gun, here's Swift. Able to avoid him at the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jennings. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff running through the middle. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On first down, Jennings. Williams loses the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Looking to throw. Jennings. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having a naturalist games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we got a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half?
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On first and 10. Hood. And this one caught by Max Williams.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Panthers.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense really flew around in the first half. They get into the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Hood.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind. But listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking to throw on second down. Hood. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again. Hood. It's Williams on the catch.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hood.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Dolphins trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive-by-drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
To throw on second down.
Hood swings this out for Hunt.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Looking to throw. Hood. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
An update over at Soldier Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. DK Metcalf, a touchdown catch in that ball game. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Jennings. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Back to throw. Jennings. And that is incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 7.
Throwing on first down.
Hood. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Hood. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Hood. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake, Jennings. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw on second down. Hood gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They're looking at third and a few inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches. Back to throw. Hood. And this is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Needs to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hood. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finding Williams once more, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. To throw on second down. Hunt. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Back to throw. Hood. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Lions will take over. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Right back to Swift again on second down.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
A nice little juke.
The 71 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 33.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
They yardage here to the 31-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Hood. Caught left side. Williams.
First pass. Complete to Max Williams. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Hood. Throw left side. Going to be caught by Shenault.
So from the 36 now. 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Panther first down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Hood. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long.
Hood to Shenault on the slant.
Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gains. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Here's Swift. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, Jennings. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on 2nd down, Jennings. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw on second down. Hood. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Hood. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. On the delay, here's Hunt. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get this down to the 10. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he hits him in stride. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point safely through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. 93 yards rushing for now at this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.